happens? Well, no one's in here yet. It's kind of a last minute thing, as they usually are for my lives. Um, I got a couple bottles I want to bottle kill. I've been talking about doing this for a while. So I thought I'd just sit here, hang out, see who pops in, maybe spend 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour, talk about the weather, talk about life. Oh, that came up. So obviously it's up to everybody now. So um, as usual, I have forgotten my glasses. They're out in the truck and it's frozen over with ice and whatnot, like everybody else. So I'm just gonna hang out, um, see what everybody's doing. Maybe do a health check on some of our friends that are out there, like we are. What if I mute this, Falcon, since no one's here yet? Can anybody hear me? So anybody hear me? Oh, it came through the thing, so I think it did. So, and if you are here, what are you drinking? Uh, let's see. I got out of Memphis right before the storm hit. I'm back in Georgia. Well, that's good to know. Great. Yeah, you did some good hunt videos here as well. And as always, if you're in here and you have a channel or you have something or you're part of a group, you're welcome to post your link. Let's see. I got to make you a moderator. Oh no, you're already a standard moderator, so you should be able to post your link in here. We got 6 inches. I think. Why does my hat never look right? Always looks crooked when I'm on this video. So kind of there we go. Is that better? I don't know. We got about 6 inches here, and then there was a ton of sleet and a ton of rain or not rain, freezing rain. We got hit down south, so we didn't get that much here. So we did get quite a bit of rain. So I mean, of snow, and then more. To be honest with you, we got 6 inches probably of snow, and then probably another 3 inches of sleet. It just kept coming. It just would not end. So I don't know. I know down in Oxford and Tupelo, and we have some guys down there that have been talking, and it's pretty bad down there. So all right, well, I'm going to get started. I've got a couple that I'm going to open. I got the store pick up for my birthday from my brother. When we on our birthday trip, and I have some just sporadic videos I may try to put in there, and I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait for the Detling because that's a palate killer. I will use my Rare Perfection 14. This is gonna make me sad. This is arguably one of my favorite bottles. I like the 15 a little better. I think because of the proof. Like I said, I don't have my glasses. I'll have to put them out. This is 100.7 proof. Yep, and please hit that like button if you can. That would be tremendous of you. I'd love to see that. So let's see, maybe I do the live chat here. I can see a little bit better. Big fan of Rare Perfection. Love what they do. This might be more than a bottle kill, but I'm gonna do my best to bottle kill it. In a mini Glen, it looks like it's a lot, but it's not. So we'll start with that. Anybody drinking anything? Anybody eating anything interesting? I know we've had a lot of soups. We've had a lot of, my wife made cookies, the CFO, which was delicious, making bread and those kind of fun stuff. Oh, the Dream Spirits? Yeah, it's expensive. I would say that it's, I don't own one, but also I'm cheap and poor, and my wife would murder me if I paid that much for a bottle, and tried to get it. So let's try to get the chat here. I can see it okay. It's a little blurry. I'm better at far away. Funny story. Last night about, I'm not sorry, not last night, but Friday night, just before the storm hit, our heater went out, our furnace went out. So we're going to have to replace the whole unit. We're going to replace it. We don't have to, but the unit that was going to be replaced is going to be almost $1,000. And we were like, the air needs to be replaced, the heat needs to be replaced. We just said, hey, can we just bundle everything and see what happens? That's good news for us because hopefully our electric bill will go down, and we'll get a better unit for the house. We'll do better heating and cooling. And if you've ever seen me do any of my videos outside, I have a little concrete area where I hang out and do stuff out there. there is when the air conditioner is running, it sounds like a jet engine is blowing in the background. So, so it's pretty crazy out there. So hopefully we get a quieter unit out there, because we do in the summertime enjoy sitting out there. Right now it's covered in snow. Like, it blew up against the house. It was almost waist high. I spent about an hour shoveling snow just to get it off the house. I was afraid it was going to melt and then kind of seep into the house. So that's what we were worried about. So that's why I'm enjoying the pour, since I've been doing the manly work of shoveling. So, but yeah, back to that Dream Spirits. If you're in town or you see a Dream Spirits in general, and you get it, especially if you get a pour of it, cool little bottles, got a nice little glass, little topper on it. I think it was $150. Proof Taster would have to fact check me on that for sure. But yeah, fantastic bottle. Like, there's so good, very, very good. Anybody drinking anything? Like I said, usually I got somebody with me, because I'm not very entertaining by myself. I'm usually trying to get my friends drunk. I will talk about work a little bit. It's so much at my new job. Edit's down in Mississippi, which the hunting is not great. I've only been able to hunt one store, and I think I probably went to the best store in Olive Branch, the Olive Branch package store. They had great store picks, super friendly, very inviting. We're very interested in any recommendations or anything that I had to say, which was great. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, work will kind of calm down. I can go back to hunting on my lunch break. Be a lot of Mississippi stores, be a lot of stores we've never seen before, which will be fun, hopefully. And, kind of go from there on that. So, but I'll talk about this Rare Perfection. Usually, supposedly this is Stitzer Weller from supposedly this is Stitzer Weller that they aged up in Canada, and there is a creamy fruit note that is almost date raisin forward. Not raisins like golden raisins, but just like kind of like that flavor in there. And I mean, fantastic. One of my just right in my flavor profile. I have a 15 up there that I like a little bit better, and I think it's because it's 119 proof. I mean, there's still a little bit of a Kentucky Hug, although this was aged in Canada. But they have a lot of this, and there's several of those bottles there. And hopefully you hear me okay. I'm having to, those who are on the Discord, and if anybody's on here and can post the Discord, that'd be great. And know how horrible my heating unit is out here. It won't run under 40 degrees. And of course, right now it's 16 degrees outside. So what I did is I just moved it out from the wall, and it's just running. So it's blowing cold air up and pushing out hot air. And we've kind of hit a little bit of an equilibrium of about 55 out here. I'm worried about water rolling out of it, which would not be fun and exciting. So, but anyway, if you've had Rare Perfection, I'd love to hear what your thoughts on it. If that is something you've had, it's a great bottle. And the first thing that I've decided to kill tonight. I'm not seeing the live chat on here. So let me try again and see if it'll pull up over here so I can make sure I'm not missing something. Sometimes the chats don't sync up exactly with how we've got them on here. This is a different setup. Normally I got the bar turned around, but it's just me this time. I thought I'll just sit on a chair and kind of do the do this one more time. Trying to oh, give me an ad, so that's fine. I'm gonna hit some people on the on the Discord. Maybe I can get more people on here. Get some chatty Cathy people on here. All right, let's see here. On here. I know this is riveting YouTube. I get that. But let's see here. Let's see if we can get on here and get some more of our fellow brethren from the Discord on here. what's everybody drinking? I really, like I said, I hate doing these by myself because I feel like I'm not nearly entertaining enough to keep people. So if you got questions, now's a great time to ask me a question or um, tune in while watching the AFC Championship. Yeah, kind of going up against AFC Championship as well was probably not the smartest thing to do, for sure. There we go. Now it's starting to work. So let's see. I'll copy it, put it on Discord, and then do at everyone, which they absolutely hate on Discord. Let me tell you, they people are hilarious. They're like, don't at everyone because everyone doesn't want to see your stuff. I was like, but it's our Discord, and I want everybody to see it. So, all right, so come join me. I should have done this before. Now we're done. All right, so now I can see all the live chats. If you can, hit that thumbs up button. Sipping a Stag 24B old fashioned with a Demerara and black walnut bitters. It sounds delicious. Is that your go-to standard um, old fashioned? I mean, is that or just kind of something you whipped up yourself? I've made a lot of things with Stag. I've made a lot of crazy drinks with Stag. I think it's a great base, especially if you can get it. The proof is high. They're always in the 125 to 130 ish range. I think that holds up well in a cocktail. A lot of times people will take a drink like a 90, like a Buffalo Trace or something like that. That's below 100, and I think you sometimes lose a lot of the flavor of the whiskey on there. Kind of comes up that way. Mm. I really do like that. I hate that the bottles are crazy expensive. I got lucky with mine, and someone was found some. They were like $99 a bottle, which is crazy cheap for those. So Championship Sunday with my Seahawks playing. Later, I wanted something a little bit nicer. Oh, okay. Well, you're drinking an elevated pour for your team. So, who are the Seahawks playing? I don't think I know. I know I'm probably gonna. I'm more of a college football fan. Have I ever picked up any rare character? I don't own one rare character, but my buddy, Leighton's Liquor Library, he has a ton of rare character, and generally when we go to his house or he comes over, that's almost always what he brings. Yep, I don't own one rare character. He's got like the full rainbow goes straight across. Like it's crazy the amount of rare characters he has. I enjoy them. Just to be honest with you, I don't even know why I don't have a bunch of those bottles. I can't give you a good answer on that. So. Probably price, if I had to guess. Comes along with most of the things that I do. I hate that I've not been able to hunt lately. I feel like it lowers my stress level. And I have like high anxiety with work and just life and air conditioning and heat and everything else going on. Leighton, see, there's Leighton right there. Leighton, we were just talking about. Someone said something about rare character, and I mentioned your name. Leighton has amazing channel. He's on YouTube and on Instagram. So if anybody wants to put his channel, or he wants to put his channel on there, that'd be great. Yeah, I was like, speak of Leighton. I should speak of Nancy Fraley and Bruzel. Maybe they'll show up, but yeah, I'd rather have Leighton. He's cool. So I was hoping he'd come over. But the weather's so bad, I was going to have him drink all this. But then, of course, he would be able to drive home because it's, unfortunately, there's so much ice and snow out there. I don't think that our kids in Tipton County and Shelby County are going to go back to school until maybe Friday, for sure. The weather here, I mean, it's not terrible, I guess, right now. In Memphis, we missed the ice, which was fantastic. That was a pretty... We're blessed to have that happen, but unfortunately down in Tupelo. And if you don't know the Memphis area, kind of have Shelby County here, and then there's Olive Branch, South Haven, and then on down is Holly Springs and Tupelo. The ice just kind of missed us and went straight in there and just hammered them, and they're getting it's pretty brutal, and I feel for them because we had that problem in '94, and it was not pleasant. You can go 1 or 2 days without electricity, but I mean tonight it's going to be 5 degrees, and that's going to be rough for us. So for sure. So Dallas got snow too. I didn't know that Dallas got snow. I know Arkansas got some. I know I was talking to RJ the Fed last night, and he seemed like they had got some they'd gotten some snow, but I didn't know that it was in or not. So yeah, weather's no joke. I wish I had a generator. I hate messing my hat up. I almost should have brought my other hat. I almost brought a skull. Chilly out here. It's we're 55 degrees out here in the off the top of the hold on. Highly professional. This is gonna make a lot of racket. I apologize. I think that's supposed to help with the sound. I don't know. No. And this is why nobody watches these. So. Foot dock. Ice now. Didn't hear it at all. That's nice. Foot dock. So, but you guys are pretty used to snow and ice up there. I know Mike Bortner's always on there. Booze. I like it. Keith, good to see you. I don't think I've seen you before. Mike Brock. Yep. 2 inches, 10 inches of snow. And we got 6 inches. It was pretty miserable. Yeah, I saw on your deck where you were showing the picture of it, of where you got the. I think you got at the time I saw. I think it was 10 inches. So. He thought about it. That was only a thought. Well, luckily, if you don't have to go out, you just have to wait. Eventually, it'll go away. But honestly, I had snow almost. It wasn't to my waist. It was above my knees, blown up underneath our deck, and it was hard. It's starting to freeze, and I was worried about it starting to melt from the inside or out. And the girl, my daughters, luckily they're teenagers, so basically they're just sitting there. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate it. Liking the videos. If you comment anything in the videos, and that helps. But luckily, we kind of knew this was coming. We got some Legos. The girls are a little bit older, but they do like Legos. But they're also teenagers. As long as there's power and they can sit in their bed and be on their phone, they're perfectly fine. They're happy. So my wife had these big plans. We won't be above freezing until March. Oh my God! That's why we live down here in the South. That's why Mike needs to leave Indiana and come down to Georgia. Go back to Georgia. My wife had all these plans. She left the house at like 9:00 Friday night, and she said, "I'm gonna go get yeast so I can bake." She planned to bake through this whole thing, and then we start pulling everything out, and I don't have the right flour. I'm out of brown sugar. They're part of my salty crew. I warn anyone who joins the Discord, if you go to the tequila channel, they're salty. So, yeah, my wife had big baking plans. I thought we were gonna have fresh baked bread. She did make biscuits, which biscuits aren't hard. You don't need a whole lot of ingredients for that. So, but unfortunately, we are not going to get a lot of bread and fantastic baking because she's also sitting in front of. We have gas fireplaces because our heat's out. I mean, we have no heat whatsoever. The house is a solid 55 degrees. It's competing. This and there are about the same temperature right now, which is pretty funny. All right, well, I'm going to move on to. I think I'm going to drink the last of my Buzzard's Roost, and I got this 2 years ago at Shane from. Speaking of tequila, Leighton got me a great bottle, and I was actually going to crack it, but I'm going to wait till Leighton gets here. He got one for my birthday last week, and it's sitting over there. But I got this Buzzard's Roost at Shane's. He had a Slammering And the Friday night at Fred's guys gave me this bottle, and it's a Bourbon Festival store pick from. There's a date on here, but you know what? I'm blind and can't see it. So, but it's 150.9. Really enjoyed this bottle. This has been a great bottle that I've kind of rationed a little bit, and I got down to the little bit. So, those are your bottle kills. This is true. Leighton, if you don't mind doing me a favor, if you don't mind putting the Discord and all the pertinent stuff that we normally have in there. I have had this cigar cut. You talking about the one with the tobacco in it? I did have a pour of it, and it didn't taste like anything special to me. It was okay, but I've enjoyed the Buzzard Juice that I've had. So let's see. It's another one that's going to be it's kind of a big pour, although there are many Glens, so I may not be doing as much of a bottle kill as I thought I was going to. I thought I was going to really crank through some of these bottles, and I do want to save. I want to open the Stag store pick I got from Evergreen, Top Dog. So this probably embarrasses Top Dog. Top Dog is on Instagram. He doesn't post a whole lot, but to me, Top Dog is probably the closest thing that we have to a modern day Da Vinci. Like, this guy can do anything, like barrels, woodwork. I mean, if I send him stuff all the time, and he's like, "Yeah, I could do that." He does it, and he's like, "Look what I made! Look what I've done! Look what I've made!" Unbelievable. One of the coolest, nicest human beings on the planet. I have like 20 people that I admire and love in this world. And he's at the top of the list. Leighton's on that list too. So that I got good friends that I like. I feel like if I had like I needed something made to save my life, I'd call Top Dog. I was like, hey, can you come and help me out, because I feel like his brain works differently than other people. So I don't know how to tell you that, but like some of the things I've seen him make, and he's made me a couple of things, and I have my lamp. You can't really see. If I turn the camera, you would be able to see it. But he made me a lamp, and just awesome. So, and he does have all his fingers, which is good. Even my own brother doesn't even have all his own fingers. Of course, that's cancer, which is not a joke, but at least he has all his own fingers. So, yeah, Slàinte, love Top Dog, fantastic fellow. And if you're not on the Discord, we're always on. I've not been on as much as I have been on lately because of work. And you work a 14-hour day and you come home and you want to go out and sit in the shed and drink with your fellas, but the CFO says no. So, which she says no a lot, but that's a hard no. So, but we are going to start trying to do something. I'm actually talking to Blue Note right now, and we may do something like we did at Old Glory. I'm not. I know Leighton and Top Dog were there. I'm not sure how many people here were part of the Old Glory thing that we did. I'm going to do it with Old Glory too. I was actually going to do something in April, but the Bourbon Legends, I think, are going to do it in March, and I don't want to step on them, and it's not really going to work out for me for time. I kind of almost planned to do something April. Old Pirate Bourbon, good to see you, my friend. I do something with them on. I think later. I think I'm going to try to do something toward the end of the summer with Old Glory, and do the same thing again. We picked a bunch of barrels. I don't know if anybody was part of that, and then that's awesome. Devin is a great guy with Old Glory, but basically we had an event there where they had all the barrels there, and we everybody got to taste them. There's like 10, I think it was 10, and then we kind of voted on what barrel we wanted. And it kind of came down to 2, and they were like, they just rolled the barrel in there and they bottled it for us, which is fantastic. Didn't cost anything. I mean, the event didn't cost anything, which is what I try to do. I try not to cost anybody money. I just want them to be able to enjoy it and have a good time. And then but even if you were like, yep, 7 and 4, but if you got there and you really like, I like barrel 2. I actually got barrel 2. That was my favorite one. They were like, if you really like a barrel, we'll thief it for you. And they thiefed that barrel out, slapped the label on it, and we got it. So I'm in talks with Blue Note right now. Blue Note's nice for me. Cheers, Dave. Dave's another human being. Dave's probably Dave's up there in the top 5 of best human beings on the whole planet. So like if you get the good graces or you get the smile or the shine from Dave Vogelsang, you are blessed beyond belief. Trust me. And Seth is another one. Look at that. Push Old Glory to later in the fall, not in December was really, yeah. You get hot everywhere. Seth is another one. I love that all my I think my top 5 people on the whole planet are in this chat right now. Yeah, Dave and Top Dog and Seth. You guys were all there. So all right, I'll think about it, Seth. It's more about being able to get off for work than anything else. It won't be. I'll try not to pick the hottest day of the year for that. So, but. So trying to do that with Blue Note, I'm going back. I'm going kind of talking with their CFO. The problem with Blue Note is they're a very small operation, and if you've ever been there, their inside area is beautiful. Like you have a little walk-in tasting area. It's fantastic. It looks like a small little juke joint bar, but you have to make a reservation to get in there, and it's in the worst neighborhood you possibly can go to. Like there's no worse neighborhood. Like it is horrific. And matter of fact, and here's a tip for you: if you're going to do a tour at Blue Note, a day or two before, if no one's made a tour, they cancel it. So you can't go like the day of and just show up and do a tour. You want to make sure you make those reservations. So, and you may get you might have the head of marketing, you might have the guy the janitor taking your tour. Like everybody has like 3 hats out there. So, but I think the next thing I do will be there. And if Mike Brock's still in here, I think you guys, they have something, or any of the legends are in here. I don't know if any legends are in here. So, but if you're in there, they're going to have a meetup March 7th. If somebody wants to put a link in there or some way to get that, I'm not sure they're in here, but for Old Glory, I think they're going to pick the volunteer, which is cool. I love Old Glory, and that's great. My next thing is probably going to be Blue Note, and it'll probably be sometime in the summer, and it'll be unpleasant for Seth. They were going to have their Watson Day their Saturday, but they canceled it because of the snow. We went there last year and had a really good time. So it's a good time there, but honestly, it's a little scary. Good. It says my internet connection is unstable. Please wait while connecting. Hopefully I didn't lose you guys. Did I lose you? No? Move the glass back and forth and see. Yeah. Well, I have this on and I have thermal underwear underneath it because I didn't want to be like Nanook of the North. So American Andy. I am cold. I mean, it is cold in here. I have a wool blanket down here that I was going to pull up on me if I needed to, but it's 55 degrees out here. It's not bad. So, but yeah, it's chilly. I need everybody to tell me what they're drinking. Like just me sitting here. I know I'm not that exciting of an individual to be hanging out. E.H. Taylor single barrel. I'm going to be a little controversial. I think the barrel proof is the only E.H. Taylor I really enjoy. The more I think about it, I think it's too herbal-ish. It's not that it's minty, which is the downfall of mankind. But E.H. Taylor is just not necessarily my favorite. I love the bottle. I mean, I've got a bunch of them. I mean, I can't. That Leaper's Fork, and that's another one that I like. That's another one that I enjoy is Leaper's Fork, mainly because it's a very raisin forward, and I have found that is my new favorite note. So, the heating unit just went down, so that's not good. So it just shut off. So I don't know what that means. So we'll have to see what happens. But you can see I definitely have. Pointing that way, I definitely have all of the, not all of them, but I have several of those. It's just not necessarily my favorite. So, interesting. The heat just went off. Gonna get unpleasant in here quickly. Cheers, John Glau. Good to see you. So, Andy, a buddy of mine, Slay, was drinking the blueberry last night, and he did not seem like he said that there was much blueberry. There was more grape, maybe cherry. So, I have a feeling that my heating unit is dumping water all over the floor. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna let it happen. So, um, but so I'd be curious, Andy, what do you get on that for your tasting notes? For sure. Yep. Give me 1 second. I think water is pouring out on the floor. No, it looks like it's gonna start. So I put a pan underneath the thing. Um, oh, the Pursuit United Triple Mash Rye. Leighton would be glad to know that you're drinking that. So you think blueberry wine for sure, Andy? Yeah. So you get 100% blueberry. Interesting. Oh, Jared, that sweet mash is amazing. That is probably my number 8 bottle of last year. I know it's hard to get for sure, but that's a great bottle. Seth, what do you think of that United Triple Mash Rye? I I think it's minty. Much as everything I drink is kind of minty. So not really, but quite a bit. That was a lot for this. I'm gonna set that one down and move on to something else because if I drink all that, I'm gonna be silly. I'll move on to um, I could talk about Detling a little bit. This was such a good bottle. Uh, I think some people call it the white top, some people call it the pearl top. Um, Really, it's I think this was the best Detling I ever had. Could possibly I think it might have been the first Detling I had, so that has quite a bit to do with the math on that. But I mean, honestly, this is it. And I think this was like $85. But yeah, this is gonna be tough this is gonna be a tough one to finish off. I really have rationed this down to nothing, and then uh, you know all the stories of like someone went and bought all the bottles, and the guys from Life of the Patio were blamed for that. I don't think they were the ones that did it. They bought several of the white top, but definitely a good one. I mean, they all kind of taste the same. They taste like dark chocolate Cocoa Puffs. Kind of what I'm thinking. Generally, what I get. So, white chocolate fudge covered Oreo top. Is that what you get from Leighton? Are you talking about the this Leighton? I mean, Leighton. This Detling? I don't know about. Brian, I do have power. I don't have heat. Our heating unit went out on Friday, so um, so not pleasant. So well, and the heat just went out here. So and it just kicked back on. So I'm worst part of living in Detling. You know the thing about that. Let me make sure see how much water came out of this thing. I feel like water poured out of it. Oh, all right. Well, it just shut off for no reason. This is definitely not the heating unit I have is not the heating you want in times. Let me tell you, it just kicked back on. It's blowing cold air, but it's at least blowing. Like I said, it's not connected to a window. It's just recycling its own air. Um, oh, that's what that white top is. So he said white fudge covered Oreo. Yeah, I don't get the white fudge part, but I really do. I think for me, all Detling starts at like, and I love Cocoa Puffs, but like if you made Cocoa Puffs a dark chocolate, that's what I would do. So, Top Dog, you do you not have any? You don't have any Detling at all? Last time I got Detling, I got it up there at John O's and the non-Indian. And I'm not being racist. There's two. There's a guy, one that's run by the Indian manager, and the other one. I got the Detling up there. If not, we need to try to figure out. It's getting harder and harder to. Interesting. So yeah, I don't have any. We'll have to try to find you some Detling up there for sure. It is it's good. It's definitely chocolate. Definitely it's malty, but not it's malty chocolate. So uh, Brian, I hate that you're on a kerosene heater, but at least you have a kerosene heater for sure. You would know that if you had Detling for sure. If you see it out and about, Reds has it. I think up near you from time to time, and it's a solid pick. This white top is fantastic. So he just had a he just did one where they went to a website and you could order them. Next time I see something like that, I'll definitely forward it to you. But I think probably I've never made a chocolate old fashioned with this, but I may have to do that with one of them. I mean, it's like would be a perfect thing for a chocolate old fashioned. If you like that kind of thing, maybe do a that Aztec bitters, which Leighton probably has. I should probably get Leighton to make me a one. Yeah, you do shop at one store. You should get that one store to try to get you some Detling. So, um, yeah, this got me sold on Detling. Now, my problem with Detling right now is the fire, and you know, there's a class that don't meet your heroes or don't meet people you super admire. I went out there, kind of saw their operation, and I'm like, it's bourbon espresso. Yeah, that would be another good one. I got lucky and got to go out there. I was Leighton's plus one sorta, and cheated my way out there and got to see the whole operation. And um, they're a very small operation. Uh, they are the epitome of craft whiskey, right? They're what craft whiskey is, and I don't know that it's sustainable. You know, made a Mr. Coffee old fashioned with Aztec. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I actually made I made a coffee liqueur. I got a bunch of these $10 something feather. I can't remember what it was, but I got a bunch of these $10 bottles, and I did interesting things with them. And one of the things I did was I basically ground coffee, did a pour over, and poured that coffee through, or poured the whiskey through that, and it's a great coffee liqueur. Uh, Liqueur. It's not really liqueur because it's the proof of whatever the whiskey was. I think it was 100 proof or 95 proof or something. So see, Scott said, "Fun seeing you and your brother in the line at Heaven Hill. Still sticking with the old jacket as I'm moving in Florida in the next week or so." Scott, which I don't, it's funny because, and this is how it is. You meet somebody in real life. You have people on Discord. You have people on at YouTube. Scott, what did did you help us? Which one? Help me remind me who you were because I met quite a few people on that one. So Brian brings up something interesting. Excuse me, on Detling. I think this is a hobby that got out of control, right? I mean, I think that's 100% what happened. And now he's a firefighter. He does his own thing. I don't think he has a legacy built in where kids or family are going to take over for him. So it's going to be him. So he's going to have to decide: is he going to do 100% whiskey and still be a firefighter, or and I was a firefighter. You may not know this. I was a firefighter when I was younger. My brother's is currently a firefighter. When you're a firefighter, there's something you're wired differently in such a way where you don't want to quit. It's hard. Like my brother does tree work. He's got this amazing. He has like this amazing truck that does like tree work. Like he could quit and do nothing but tree work all the time, but he has that whatever is inside of him. He's always going to rush into a fire. My brother's a modern day hero, right? So I mean, he's a hero. There's no getting around it. In the sense, like if he saw somebody in need, he's going to go to him. And of course, he's 52. He's an old man like me now, so it's hard to do that. When you and if you've never done that kind of work before, I mean, I've done things. I've quote unquote saved somebody. I've done that stuff in there, but I'm not the hero my brother is. Like I don't have that calling. Like there's like of what he does, and he's going to do that forever. So let's see. Hey, you leave Sean alone. He's doing a wonderful job. You don't even know Sean. Destiny, whatever. So, but yeah. So I don't know. There's something there where you're built for it. My brother will be a firefighter until it's not physically able. He'll be that old guy running the pumper truck until he dies. He will do that for sure. So, oh, she deleted. Oh, you'd have to delete your message, Destiny. I was just messing with you. So, unless, but all right. Anyway, so I do the only thing back to that. I don't see the guy from Detling giving it up because it's very hard to do. So, the fact that he's retiring in May, I bet he still goes up. I bet he still will retain his badge and still go to fires. So we have a guy on the and I don't think he's on here. Kevin is on our Discord. He's a firefighter, and I give him grief all the time because I was a firefighter for a short amount of time. To be honest with you, it was kind of boring for me. We used to, you have like 90% of it is boring, and then 10% of heart attack because you're just going to a fire and doing whatever. But even Kevin, I think Kevin was off yesterday in on his Instagram. He was showing the fully involved fire. It's cold outside. Like, it's not just cold. It's like kill you cold outside. Can you imagine going to a fire? There's two flip sides of it. And I told him, I said, I'd rather fight a fire in the heat than in the cold. Because here where we live, he lives in St. Louis, you're cold and you're wet. Up there, they'll get an ice layer on them that kind of insulates you a little bit. We never got an ice layer, and I was a firefighter for less than a year. And your turnout gear is heavy already, and it's soaking wet. And then you get the shakes. And if you've never been cold wet, and you're wearing 50 pounds of gear and you're wet, it's hard to describe. And for those guys to do that, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, you have modern day superheroes that do that job every single day, and that goes unsung. Even the cops, like cops right now, firefighters, our roads are impassable. Like, I mean, obviously I'm not in my vehicle. Like, it'd be one thing different if I'm in a cop car or I'm in a fire truck. But you see them, they're like, and ambulance drivers, they are sliding around. I mean, I don't want to be in a car wreck right now. And I certainly don't want to be hurt or injured and have to have those guys come get me. I mean, it's amazing. So, cheers to those guys. Cheers to firefighters. Cheers to anybody who's having to work right now. Linemen. Luckily we're not needing a lineman here, but those guys are all heading down south. I mean, can you imagine? It is 16 degrees. It's going to be 5 degrees tomorrow, and those power lines are iced. And people are griping about how their lives are right now. I can't even imagine. So I was thinking about coming. Father, this is one of my tequila guys. I'm thinking about coming to Tennessee for my 50th. What distilleries are near each other? Sadly, here in town, we have two. In Memphis, there is Blue Note and Old Dominic. Highly recommend both of them. Old Dominic is great. Blue Note is great. If you don't go to Jack Daniels, I don't know what you're doing. And then Jack Daniels, there is also Dickel, and then there is Pritchard's. So that's kind of in that area. And then as you get closer to Nashville, I would not go to Nashville without going to Old Glory. Fantastic place, fantastic food, fantastic people. One of the probably, I don't want to I don't want to undersell it, but they are probably the best time I've ever had at a distillery. You have Southern Collective, and oh yeah, for sure. Southern Collective is another good one, and then Leaper's Fork is right there as well. Those are hands down. If you were going to come to Tennessee and then just do one distillery, I would probably tell you to go to Old Glory, because Old Glory is going to surprise you so much. And even Southern Collective, a lot of their juice is Old Glory. Yeah. And if you're coming to Old Glory, you let me know. Let Top Dog, let one of us, and let them know you're coming. So I've not been to Greenbrier. I've not been to Corsair. I hear good things about them, but Old Glory is what. And I said that it's funny. I said this last year. I said the Old Dominic Castric is what everybody's going to be talking about, right? It made Fred Minix. I was right about that one. I was like, there 100% that's going to be that next year, and in the coming year, everybody's going to be talking about Old Glory. Old Glory is hands down one of the best places you can go. The food is fantastic. The people are amazing. But yeah, if you're just gonna go to Nashville, I'd hit Old Glory, Southern Collective, and Leaper's Fork for sure. Yeah, Brian's like, Brian, you're a squire, right? Brian, you need to let me know if you're not a squire or not. So we had a big push on our Discord where there is no way. Don't bother to go to old Uncle Nearest. You might want to go to Uncle Nearest before they're done. So yeah, I would 100% say if you're not a squire, you're not a squire, Brian. All right, you're on the Brian. If you're not on the Discord, I can't remember. I've had 4 pours and I've been drinking since noon. So reach out to me and we'll take care of that for sure. So we had a big push on our Discord where a lot of people got to be squires. Some people have been kind of semi-snotty, I guess. They were like, it's not that big a deal. Brian, we'll make that happen for you for sure. But yeah, so it's really not. It's more of a ceremonial thing. Faust, make sure you're on the Discord. Reach out to me. I've already used all mine up this year, but we can find somebody. We had a big push. Basically, it's more ceremonial. When you get to go, you get a special pour. You get to go to the house, which I can't remember the name of the house on there, and you get a little a plot of land. I think it's an inch plot of land out there. It's cool. Kentucky has the Colonel, Kentucky Colonel. We have the Tennessee Squire. Basically, is what it is, and I think it's just cool. It used to be you only got one. You only got one, I think 1 or 2 in a lifetime, and it's Jack's Mansion. I can't think of what it would be. He would cherish that inch. Every man cherishes every inch. But you would get. I don't know. I forget what I was saying. But anyway, basically, you get like. You get a little plaque and you get a little card when you go and do that. So I think it's cool. Matlow House. There you go. So, and I am still trying to do something with Jack Daniels. They are a big, huge organization. I am small potatoes. So, but sometime in the near future, I would like to do a pick out there. I just, like and subscribe. Hit that like button on my videos. Get my videos pushed out there. Unfortunately, that's one of those things. You just have to have numbers to get people to, reach out. I had a long conversation with my brother who kind of wore me out this weekend or weekend that we were hanging out. That I don't do more reaching out, so I'm going to try to do that. Try to get Jack Daniels and try to do a pick and do those things. And if I do that, it'll be Fuzzy, Life of Patio. You guys, not Fuzzy, but Life Patio. Any of you guys who have a channel, please by all means put your chatting there. Live with the Patio goes live just about every night. I'm surprised they're not live right now. Fuzzy is a good buddy of mine. Anytime Fuzzy is involved in anything, the next morning is always going to be miserable. So just so you know that. So, but without a doubt, the guys from Life with Patio, they do a better job of this because they have friends. I don't really have friends. There's like 5 of those guys. 6. God, is there 7? I think it's 7 of them, right? Probably seven of them at least. So, what is that fuzzy? If you don't know what a fuzzy is, that is you were standing by fuzzy and didn't even know it. So that's uh-oh. I'm reading the comments. So if you're not reading the comments, you're missing out. So one thing I do want to say is that if you guys are not on the Discord, please come to the Discord. We mostly hang out every night. Like I said, I've not done a very good job of hanging out most, but we do a good job of that for sure. And gonna have to move on to the next pour. So I can't believe Life with the Patio is not going live right now, but they're over there, and I went to their. They have a pretty cool setup out there in the Arkansas Basin, and kind of scary. I'm going to make fun of them now because they can't defend themselves. It's it's funny. I've been waiting. This is my next pour. This is going to be my bottle kill. Fuzzy got me this bottle. I'll talk about this shortly. But that's my next pour, Fuzzy. We missed an exit going out to Life with Patio, and came back through the back way to get to their house. Now, where they live, where those guys are, is beautiful. It's flat. I mean, and that's why they have all those tornadoes, because here from that flat land speeds up, it hits the tornadoes, and then and kind of goes. But we went down to like driving through method. So no, I'm good. I don't need any more bottles. So I got more whiskey than I can drink as it is. So so I don't have my glasses. So this is Vesey's straight bourbon whiskey, and I was born in Columbia, South Carolina. This bottle is from Charleston, South Carolina, and it's fantastic. You really can't see here. I'm going to try to see if I can get close. I doubt it's going to do it. So it's got the palmetto on there. I drank the. He actually got me 2 bottles. He got me this, and he got me the bourbon cream. I killed the bourbon cream. Like, it was probably one of my favorite bottles of all time. I was actually at Shane's. I was at the Slammering in South Carolina. It was actually technically in North Carolina. Well, South Carolina / North Carolina. And I tried it, and I had forgotten my wallet, and I didn't buy it, and I regretted it. And Fuzzy was like, "I'll get you a bottle," and he got me a bottle of this. So I'm gonna. They are, I guess, sustainable kind of a group of people, and this bottle is designed to be put something in it. So I'm 100% going to clean this bottle, and it's going to have olive oil in it. So I love it, and it's one of my. I cherish this, and really, this is a lot. I'm probably not going to bottle kill this, and this is probably just one pour. Like I said, I plan to do this, but this is my next pour. So they're in Charleston. It's a good pour. It's a kind of a little bit of young whiskey. Jared, that's a great one. I actually have a pick of the weeded from Timber Creek. So, but yeah, I'm gonna pour a little bit of this. I do like this bottle. So, but I think it's, and Fuzzy will have to. Pritchard's gonna do which Pritchard's. Their honey is. I mean, not their honey. Their chocolate is a really good pour on there. So, I don't think I'm gonna be able to bottle kill this one right now. Yeah, I got one more. I got probably one more pour in this. I think I may do an old fashioned with this and kill this one off. So not a true bottle kill on this one, but I'm getting close. So, but it's got a synthetic cork, which is actually I think kind of good because I've got this Glenmorangie that Seth got me, and the cork is starting to kind of fall apart. So you kind of have to do one of those on there. But this is a great bottle. Double chocolate. That's a great bottle. I don't get as much chocolate as I thought I'd be there. I'm still here. Patriots are down for their final 3 minutes. So Yeah, I like this whiskey. I'm gonna have to see if I can see. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to see the proof. It might be 47. It's too small. I can't read it. So, anyway, to be honest with you, I'm gonna go with a Weller 107. Big surprise. Fuzzy is probably the biggest 107 fan I've ever met in my entire life. Um, I got a bottle for you right there. Next time I see you, next time you come see me, I got a bottle with your name written on it. I'm going to write Fuzzy on it. So next time I see you, you got 107 bottle waiting on you. But I did get this, which I thought was pretty interesting. Um, so when we were at Buffalo Trace, now I'll show you. Oh, may not be able to get this one. Oh, you know, I'm going to bottle kill this one. So the regular Weller has been a screw top, the Special Reserve, and now it is a cork. And they said the 12 is going to be a cork as well. So I grabbed one when I was there. It was fairly inexpensive, and I grabbed another 107. Technically, that 107 is for Fuzzy. I'm just going to make him come see me, or I'm going to physically see him because I don't ship bottles, so not without. I hand deliver only. So everybody knows that this is the superior Weller anyway. So it is what it is. So. So he said, "Wow, yeah, I know." I figured Fuzzy wouldn't like any of that. So, yeah, I don't know why. To me, it's funny that the 12 is a screw top, and I've blinded the 12 and the Special Reserve, and the Special Reserve to me is superior over the 12, and it's expensive. So. Fuzzy doesn't have to visit me. I just have to physically see him. I have that bottle with this wrapped up for him. So it'll be a bottle for him that's from Buffalo Trace. So yep, I've got one more pour in this probably. I probably shouldn't have grabbed this one, but I've been killing it. I think he gave this to me at the Pats are going to take it. That's what he says. I think he gave this to me at Bruzelfest. Did you give it to me at Bruzelfest? So it's not been that long. I put a hurting on this. Plus, I got the bourbon cream. Bourbon cream was really good. I murdered that thing. Clarksville. Was it Clarksville? I don't know. Whiskey makes the memory fuzzy. So. Oh, glory. Okay, yeah. That's what it was. I got one at one at the other. So that makes sense. So. Luckily, I got you guys to keep me honest, or keep me. You have a better memory than I do. So, bourbon cream was really good. Did they have another bourbon cream, Fuzzy? Did they have one that was a chocolate bourbon cream, or was it just a regular bourbon cream? Seems like somebody had a secondary bourbon cream, and I can't remember what it was. Is that yeah? They have three, right? Oh, I don't remember the peach. I don't think I remember that one. So I may have to. Is that a peach bourbon cream or a peach whiskey? So you have to tell me. Cheers, Foolproof Hunter. Good to see you. I need a quick check what everybody's drinking. So everybody's got to put something in there. And also, we have 32 people watching, 23 likes. That means that 10 people or 9 people don't like what they're seeing, or maybe you could hit that like. Super cool. Help me out. And is anybody under an ice or snow on the ground? So 10 slackers. You're not wrong. Well, I don't know. I mean, who knows? It sometimes oh glory, single barrel whiskey. Yeah. Michter's Rye Black Manhattan. So what is it? What makes a Manhattan a Black Manhattan? I'm trying to think. As an old bartender, I'm trying to think of what makes that black. Is it? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, it's a. So that's got me interested. I may trade you a peach bourbon cream for a 107 when I see you next time. I'll send one. I don't know that I'm going to Spillway this year. Are you going? If anybody's going to Spillway, let me know. Um, um, I don't know with work. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be it's gonna be tough because of work and things. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about going. First, it's a very expensive weekend. Those hotels are not cheap, and then you also um, so you're using. I don't think I've ever seen that word instead of sweet vermouth. So, um, but we had a very, very good time. Um, Dan's cleaning ice and snow off his vehicle while I listen. Where are you, Dan? Uh, Unfortunately, like hotel rooms or even rooming with somebody, like I did it last year. It was almost $400 to go, and then you want to buy a bottle, and you know, for you guys who are married and who have a wife or a significant other, I don't want to judge or whatever you're doing, but you try to explain to them that you're going to spend $400 on a hotel room, and then you're going to want to buy $300, $400 in alcohol. They just don't get it. So she's like, "You have alcohol," and she'll walk out. She's walked out here before. She goes, "You have alcohol," and I was like, and then I go to her closet. And I go, "You have shoes," and she goes, "It's not the same." It kind of is the same, but it's all about Hopkins. Oh, just northwest of Old Glory. Did you guys get ice up there, Dan? I hear that every weekend. I know, I hear it all the time. That's why I'm actually doing this bottle kill, because I'm trying to get some of the bottles out of here that are the low end bottles that I've been kind of saving on there. I think I'm going to do this. Some of these I thought were going to be closer. This is a bottle that I definitely want to see the pics, especially if you're on Discord. Hot take on this: I like this bottle. I do. The Old Forester single barrel. It's a Bros liquor store pick. I just wish that it was higher proof. It's for 100. I don't know. And Fuzzy's on here, and he's going to correct me on this. For the longest time, I always thought that Old Forester was the same mash bill as Jack Daniels. Like the kind of the same in that same vein of the same thing. And he specifically asked him at Jack Daniels, and they said no. But they're so banana. They may not be the same mash, but they have to be using the same yeast strain. So a little bit of the science behind that, it's got to be the same yeast. This is so banana forward. It reminds me of the lower proof Jack Daniels, which I like, but I really don't enjoy these Old Foresters. I mean, or the Jack Daniels until they get into the 130-ish. Really, honestly, 130 is the sweet spot. I mean, it really starts hitting. It starts hitting. Dan, I appreciate you enjoying the Old Glory last year. I'm hoping to do that again. I've not been to Nashville Barrel Company. I don't know anybody out there. I've got a contact out there at Southern Collective, but honestly, Southern Collective, a lot of what they do is just basically Old Glory. So, but I may do something up there. But that I'll tell you guys how the sausage is made and how I'm wired as a human being. Whenever I try to do something, I try not to charge anybody. Right? I don't make any money off of this. I should make money. I should try to make money off of this, but I don't want to, because I want as many people as humanly possible to come. And we had a big discussion on this Discord the other night about like at Old Glory, and quite a few people here. If I'd have said it costs you $20 to show up or $30 to show up, and then would you have still gone? I mean, we had 60 62, 63, maybe 65 people there with wives and stuff that were there. I wonder. Someone just said something about mellicorn. I'm going to come back to that. Don't let me forget about the mellicorn. I don't believe that, but maybe I might have to do a fact check on that. So my thing is I just want as many people there to come as possible. So I don't know that if I charge $30 for that, and that's not money going toward me. That's me. Some of that money would have gone to me to help pay for my hotel room and whatnot. But I don't know that as many people would have showed up, and I really wanted numbers there. I kind of knew TJ was coming. Fuzzy helped make that happen, and I didn't telegraph that because I didn't want more people showing up just because of that. But I wanted people to show up because of the whiskey and some of my quote unquote clout, I guess. So I think that the Blue Note, when I do the Blue Note thing, I think the Blue Note is going to be probably larger because I'm from Memphis and we have a large group of Memphis people. I think we'll have a number of people because we had quite a few people from Memphis who traveled up to Nashville, which I was great, which is fantastic. I mean, I was surprised at the number of people that showed up. I really thought 30 people were going to show up, and we had 60, and we had a nice group of. And a lot of this comes from Discord. You guys who are not on Discord, you're really missing out because we break it up by cities. If you're in Nashville or you're in Knoxville or you're in Oregon or that's not a city, but or Ohio or someplace like that, there's probably a city there. And if you want a city, I'll create a city for you, and you can go in there and hang out and kind of help each other on it because that's the whole part of the Discord. And it's free. We don't charge anything for the Discord. So yeah, I don't know. I try not to charge anything for anybody because I certainly don't want to make any money from that. I mean, I'd love to make money. I mean, obviously, I like money. I had $2,000. I'd have heat out here right now instead of freezing my nads off here. But that's mainly kind of my mentality is. I don't want to cost anybody money. I want them to go and I want them to spend their money on the whiskey there and try to buy the bottles. Because even at Old Glory, I think people bought. I think it was 4 and 7. They bought their 4 and 7. Some people bought 3 bottles there, and everybody bought the bourbon cream because the bourbon cream is fantastic. So, that's everyone's super chatting. There's not enough people here to make enough money for me to get super chat. So I don't know. I would chat. And the thing is, we budgeted at the end of the summer a unit out here to put heat and air out here. One of the Mr. Cool units. I had a conversation with my brother. We got a guy that's going to do it, and then the heat went out in our shed, and now in the house, and like my wife doesn't heat anymore. The heater air out in the shed. So yeah, that's not going to happen. So, but luckily they have 0% financing, so that's going to be nice and interesting on there. So yeah, that would be fun. So. Cheers, Bourbon Dry Guy. Last night on the Discord, Smokey the Bear was doing the samples that you sent him, and he did the Knob Creek. I appreciate you sending him samples, and he actually did I think it's you. I think it's Bourbon Dry Guy. He went through and did all of the. He did the Knob Creek 12, 15, 18, and 21. If that was you, I think it's you on there. All right, what's everybody drinking? I'm going to drink some of this Old Forester here. It's another bottle that may be too full to drink the whole thing and be appropriate. I appreciate it. Thank you, Fuzzy. You're the best. So thank you, brother. I will 100% put that toward putting the heater fund out here for sure. So. It's so hard for me to believe that this is not Jack Daniels. So, like, if you were ever wanting in a competition and you're wanting to jack with somebody and you were trying to make them pick something, one of these is the way to go for You know what? I'm going to do it. Uh, that is a lot, but it's 100 proof. So, thank you, Phyllis. So, so yeah, you're not wrong, Andy. So, I appreciate it, guys. You don't have to do that. So, I don't mind freezing my nards off out here. So, uh, it's honestly the Mr. Cool is only 18K, so it's not terrible. So my brother said that you could get a generic brand and it would probably work out here for $500. So if I got $500, I may just hand that. If I end up raising or having enough $500, I may give my brother that money and say, hey, okay, find me this mythical unit that's $500 that would work. So God, that tastes like Jack Daniels. Like, I think here's my problem with the black label. The black label is very close to 107. I'm sorry, not 107, but old 107, whatever the Jack Daniels normal is. I don't hate it. I really don't. But it feels like this is would be the black label would be mixed with like Coke. So it's like Pappy or Black for MSRP Mythical Unicorn. It's good. Uh, I like it. I just wish there was more proof. There's just not enough proof on there for me to make me really love it. I mean, and the guys who love those bottles, they crazy love them. Like I think mine's a K3 floor, so I'm not sure what. Does anybody know what the most desirable floor for the single barrel is? Like it's A3 is what I have here, and like I said, it's good. I enjoy it. I really do. I like this bottle a lot. So Dom's on here. So Dom, what's the best black label floor? Uh, I like it, but it's just not. And I think locally, all these are $100. Like they're $99. Floor 4 is what I've heard. But is it? Are they all Ks? Are they all Ks, or is it? Or different ones on there? Everybody's talking about the heat. My hands are getting cold. Um, I will say hi to Slave for you. So thank you guys. Really, I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Um, it's very hard for me to ask for anything. Um, I talked to someone one time that says it's because they said I wasn't loved as a child. I get it. So that's what happens on those. So um, I'm going to probably open up this Sazerac Evergreen. It's 131.8. That'll be the probably either the last or next to last thing I do. Um, I would be remiss if I did not talk about some scotch. So I know some of you guys are not big into scotch. A good buddy of mine got this for me. I'll keep it a secret. Uh, oh, can you get this Glimmerangie? It's Attila, Alta. Don't know how to pronounce it right. It's created with their own wild yeast. This is fantastic. My buddy got this at 901. 901 Liquors. It calmed down, Fuzzy. This is the stuff. Look how light this is. This is like honey. Um, this, I mean, I am murdering this bottle. Like I've had so many. It's so malty. It's so good. And if you like Detling, it smells so good. I mean, just fantastic. So this is deer piss. It's not deer piss. That is. I ever get you here in the house you're going to be in a lot of trouble because we're gonna walk you through. We're gonna walk you through getting every bit of. I'm gonna make you a whiskey drinker. It's not Band-Aids. Oh my gosh, Leslie, I love you, but it's not Band-Aids. No. Which Abalor was it? I've got the. Is it the? Let me stand up and get this. It's not. It's not this one. I remember Roy's, but I don't. Is it the double cast? Tom, was it this one? You remember if it was that one? Now that Doc Holiday was terrible. That's different. So, Bunahaben. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Fuzzy Band-Aids. So, I will also say this is something that I figured out doing slight experimentation. Um, Scottish people do not drink um, Scotch neat. They put it on something. So they'll put it on as though they put a little soda or they'll put it in on a block of ice. And that changes it dramatically. So, yes, I have cracked that. BBS is my second one. So I've already cracked that one. I actually have two. And my brother said that he's open to interesting trades. So if anybody's wanting he has two as well. So I have cracked it. So, um, Joe Bob, I love Found North. Found North to me is like right in my wheelhouse as well. It's another good bottle that I feel is tends to have that raisiny note on there. So, but that Glenmorangie is, I mean, fantastic. Like that is. It's not peated, so it's not scary for you guys. So that are worried about it. Yeah, those Found North are amazing. The problem is that like one that around here there's none. I saw one bottle. It was like $600 or $700 in like Alamo, Tennessee, of all places. There's not a bottle of alcohol on the planet unless it's going to cure baldness, which none has had happened so far that I can tell. Um, that's worth the price. So that's a crazy amount of alcohol. I mean, crazy amount to spend for anything, but it's a very very good bottle for sure. I got two of the latest Snow Day releases, so good. So are you, Andy? Are you asking me is the Limerangi better than the? Are you asking me, Andy? Are you asking me is the Limerangi better than the Macallan 12? I don't. Oh, that's tough. That's that's a tough question for me. So because they're not equivalent, I don't think. Um, it's hard for me to. Yeah, I don't know. That's I've had a few drinks today. Andy, I may have to blind those. I think I would tell. I think I could tell them mainly by the color, what they are, what I like better. Yeah, that's tough. I don't know. I'm gonna pour a little bit of it, just a little bit. So, uh, let me see. I'm gonna pour just a little bit of this. Um, Probably my next pour after this, once I get done with these, is I've got a Maker's Mark and I've got a Sweet Wheat, which Sweet Wheat is not great after it's been open for a while. So I'm gonna pour a little bit of this for Andy because I'm curious. I don't know. That's tough. I'm gonna have to pour the 12. I have to get the 12 out. Hold on. Uh, oh, I got the sherry cup. And I assume Andy, you're talking about the sherry cast. So this is tough, and I can't believe anybody even cares about the Scotch, which is amazing to me. So, all right, yeah, they're. I think put a little bit of this in here. This is gonna be. I think it's gonna be tough. I'm not sure. Let's see. This is Macallan. This is Glenmorangie. So, all right. So there's Macallan 12. Perfect. No notes. Nothing. Love it. So. Man, I think the Glenmorangie's going to take it. That's it's close. It's very, very, very close. But Glenmorangie's got more going on. Like it's close. Like it's. I mean, I drink the Macallan 12 all the time. Like it's probably one of my. I mean, I'll come home and just like pour a pour of the 12 and drink it all the time. I've had the 15, I've had the 18, which are both fantastic, and would love to own a 15 and 18, but they're like they double in price exponentially. I've had it, so, and of course before I die, I'd like to try the the Macallan, the 25 or the 30, but so never tried unpeated Scotch after trying peated and swore it off. So. Faust, I would say no, Blanton's Gold's good. I actually have a gold. I have a gold bottle, but I'm not going to crack it right now. I'm mainly about using open bottles. So Faust, I would say that, and I tell this to everybody, if you take a big gulp of a peated Scotch, you're in for a bad time, especially if you're not used to it. It's going to be very smoky. It's going to be very strong. It's going to have a long finish that you're not going to be ready for. Scottish people don't drink their whiskey neat. They put it on ice. They put it on soda, and it helps it balance it out. So we as Americans, we are very much extreme, headstrong. We're going to be like, we want our rock gut. We want to be hardcore. And I think if you put a drop of water in, like you pour a small amount of, even on a peated whiskey, it brings the sweetness forward. It cuts it, and going forward, you will enjoy it. So you can't drink Scotch and have the American mentality of it's going to be vanilla, caramel, and sweet. It's going to be different. You're going to have with Scotch, you get green apple. Sometimes you get pineapple, depending on what you're doing. You get somebody who's smarter than I can. There's some other notes in there. I get a lot of green apple, citrus, kind of clean, but also no, you're right. Your palate changes kind of over time, and then what you're eating and kind of on there. I would if you're interested in Scotch, definitely start with the space side. Especially if peat scares you. If you're curious about peat, I don't have the camera. It's out of it. The Jura 10 is very lightly peated. If you've ever went to a bar and ordered a smoky old fashioned, you're ready for Scotch, 100%. That is you. If you go to a bar and you're like, I want a smoky old fashioned, you are ready for Scotch, hands down. There's not even a discussion. Like if you could drink a smoky old fashioned, peated Scotch is ready for you, for sure. I'm leaving this all Scotch song. All right, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. No, boo, boo, boo. Yeah, no, I get it. So thanks, Fuzzy. Thanks for your support. I'm gonna next time I see you, Fuzzy, I'm gonna I'm gonna make you a Scotch drinker. We're gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So it's gonna happen. So. I will say that the Glenmorangie is like 2% better. It's 2% better than the Macallan 12. Only because there's a lot. There's just like a little bit something else more going on with it. So for that, so for sure. So. Anybody want to do me a favor and put the link to the Discord? Because when I get done with this, we'll go straight to Discord, and you can roast me. 2% is specific. Is that the word you're using? SPA. They're very close. Is basically what I'm saying. Like I the Glenmorangie is great. I will if I can replace that bottle, I will. And I've had quite a bit of it. I mean, that's. I mean, it doesn't seem like it is, but I've had quite a few. Drunk spelling. Pacific. All right, so we'll see what happens with this. So actually, here locally, I'm not going to do. I'm not going to talk about this much, but this high rye. Hold on, let me extend it out here. It's the high rye blended Scotch whiskey. It's their own. It's Johnny Walker. This bottle is like $20 at a local store of ours. So I actually got this bottle. I was going to drink some of it, but I kind of snuck in some other Scotch on there. Pretty good. So not minty. You see all that green? You automatically think it's going to be minty, but it's not. So all right. All right, I'm going to open this bottle. This is the bottle my brother got me for my birthday. It is a 131.8. It is a Cox. Hey now, evergreen pick. We'll see what happens if I can open it. It is 131.8. Hold on. My hands are so cold. You guys have no idea. So hold on. All right, Faust, good to see you. Thanks for that. I'm glad you're here, buddy. So let me get my hands nice and warm so I can kind of crack this bottle open. So, all right. If not anything else, I'm going to use more bourbon. I'm going to use this. Sadly. All right, here it comes. This is the knife that my brother got me that I drew blood on. So have to be careful. Nice. So wish my glasses were not in my truck that were covered in ice. So that was not good. All right. Tonight on Rescue 911, a man on a live Discord or live YouTube cuts himself and then has to. Any of you guys who know my wife, if I cut my jugular, let me know or let my wife know. Yeah. Whew. The little. Oh my goodness. So, hey kids, if you cannot be, you cannot get old, don't do it. So, James, good to see you, buddy. I'm just gonna cut the metal all the way across. Let's see what happens here. Put the knife down. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. So, my brother got this for me for Christmas, and he was like, "I didn't know it was that big when you got it for me." So, to get your, so I have that knife here somewhere. Where is that knife? So, I have my. So first of all, I still have it. I still have my knife. This is mine. Actually, I'm going to use this knife to finish it off because it's not one. It's not sharp and it's rusty. So if you're going to get tetanus, this is the way to go. So I'm just going to kind of cut the. Ugh. I can't believe 30, 40 people are watching me cut my hand off here. So, all right, let's see what happens here. All right, listen. Very weak, let me tell you. So we actually had this at Evergreen, and they were pretty fantastic. And I'm probably going to pour more of a pour than I should on this. This is my chicken, you know what glass, and this is kind of my favorite glass. I'm actually gonna get a little bit closer. A few hours later, you stink. I don't know what the technical term for these glasses are, but these are probably my favorite glasses for drinking. So I like how they got a wide nose. I have a large nose, and I put my nose in there, and I do like these glasses. This is probably my favorite drinking glass, I think, right now. I've got one from here and one from Maker's Mark. Put the knife down. How was that 348 liquor store pick you picked up in Chattanooga? It was good. Fuzzy might be able to give you a little bit more of a review of that. Do I have that? I have that bottle somewhere. I don't know that I've cracked it yet, other than doing that. So, all right. So, and I've been told by multiple people, and I don't know if this is a thing or not. So let me see where what did I do? Oh, here it is. So I've been told by many people. So Libby, I don't know. I don't know what the technical term for that. So people have told me that I have an inappropriate, like not knowing each other, an inappropriate amount of stag. Do you feel like that I have an inappropriate amount of stag? I'm just asking for just so I know what's going on there. So sorry, there's my Captain America. Thank you, Fuzzy. I appreciate that. So I will say that I love stag. I think stag is hands down my favorite. Like consistently favorite pour. Like if I'm gonna have one, if I'm gonna come out and do something, and like I drink all of it. Like I have all of those, so for sure. So dollar knife. This knife is like not razor sharp, but it's like enough to cut the. I don't know. I can't. I don't know anything. But I'm reading the comments here. So Seth is making fun of me for my dull knife, and most I've had at hand at one time was 9, but that's your thing, not inappropriate. So I appreciate it. And like I said, I like them. I don't have the D right now. That's the 25D is the only thing I don't have right now, as in the last few since they've done them. So and I'll be the first to say that the C's. It seems like the C's. Yeah, I do want the D. You're not wrong. That is. Yeah. If you have a stag, please by all means drink it. So if you've watched the videos, my brother got me that knife. It's like razor sharp. I took it. I cut myself taking it out of the sheath. Like this thing is like it is crazy. It's funny. There's no way you can see this. So, but like on the sheath handle there, that's my blood. Like where I cut myself on this knife. Like it is crazy. And even when he bought it, he was like, I didn't know it was that big of a knife. I could probably do something with a deer or something like that. Like if somebody came in here, it's very stabby. So I got the D in Mississippi last week. Oh, Jared, good to know you got a little D there in Mississippi. So I'd be very curious what bourbon or if you're drinking a stag, if you have a stag, drink your stag. What do you have right now? So I'm curious. So this is so good. God, I love stag. Like it's, a lot of people crap on Buffalo Trace in general, but man, the stags are so good. I mean, they're just like a fantastic pour. 24D? Is there a 24D? 25D. You must be talking about 25D. Rum and Coke. Dom is probably the biggest rum guy I know, so that's not surprised. I'm not surprised that you're drinking rum. I have drank every bit of my Blue Note, actually it's Riverset rum that I have. Like everyone loves that bottle. I'm gonna have to replace that bottle. So, for sure, like that is one of my favorite bottles of all time. I'd be curious what you thought about that, Dom. Dom, have you tried the Riverset rum? It's no Govs is out. I actually went to Govs to go get one. He's got. I think there's some at 901, and I think there's some at Buster's. So, yeah, that is a fantastic rum, amazing. So, I mean, you really can't. What's the earliest batch of stag you have? I think I have the 17, the one that's quote unquote 17. I don't have my glasses on, so but I think I have the one. The one I have is literally has junior on it. So I either had the 17 or the 18. I'm sorry. Honestly, my glasses are frozen in my truck. Like I take them off and I have them on there. Um, so unfortunately, I don't have it. So let's see. Is there any Riverset rye single barrel in your area? If you don't have one, you need one. Actually, hold on. Let me go check and see. I have my good buddy Seth got me a rye not too long ago. Sorry, you're hearing the heat run on the thing. So. So I do have one, and it is. So Travis, me, and Devin are going to the Super Bowl. So you're actually going to the actual Super Bowl, or are you just going to have a Super Bowl party, Tom? I mean, Top Dog. Because if you're going to the Super Bowl, I could be invited as well. So this was at the Spirit Shop, and this is a 5-year Riverset single barrel. So it is. God bless. I hate being blind. 117.9. So I do actually have a Riverset. But yeah, that's a good bottle for sure. I think my buddy Doc Martinez is going on at 6. So going to send him a text message and see if I can. Because I will not. I'm probably going to go. I'm probably going to stop close to 6, and then Doc Martinez is going. I think he's doing a winter storm one as well. So I'm going to send him a message and see if he's doing anything exciting. So you're not actually going to the Super Bowl. You're just excited that your team is going to the Super Bowl, right? That's like that makes sense. So. Oh man, love me some stag. So. No, I agree. That Jared, that rum to me is probably one of the best rums I've ever had. Like just aging it in whiskey barrels. So for sure. So. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm talking to somebody. So. So Doc is going to be going on shortly. I think he's going to be on at 6 or 7. I don't know about the time soon. All right. So I sent him a message. So the rum at Old Glory was delicious. I don't remember drinking the rum. I entirely. It's possible I did 100%. So. Man, I do love stag. Like, I mean, it's great. I mean, it really is. So, I mean, there's a lot of people who don't like it. So, but I mean, I probably Top Dog. I probably tried it. I mean, I had a lot that day, and we had a lot of stuff on there. So Don was talking about the Foursquare Spice and Chairman's Reserve. So I will say that American Andy, the gin at Larrikin is probably the best gin I've ever had. They really, there's not. Yeah, I'm gonna say that the gin is the best gin I've ever had. If you get a chance, if you ever get a chance to go to Larrikin and try their gin, I think it's called the Wombat. It really was probably the best gin that I've had. So, hands down. So, yeah, it's funny that Alex went from Memphis to where she's at now, and she's a huge gin person. Like that is her thing, and they don't have a gin there at all, so which is weird. So I am going to try to post Doc's thing. I sent Doc a message. Doc starts at 6, I think. I'm gonna try to send post his link in there. I think he's gonna start at 6, either 6 or 7 o'clock. I think I'm gonna wrap up it in the next couple of minutes. So just to try to hang out. Foolproof Hunter, that the Redbreast 12 is so great. Like that is my favorite Irish whiskey, hands down. Like there's not even close how great that whiskey is, for sure. So all right, fellas. Well, I've been on about an hour and 45 minutes. Doc Martinez is going on at either 6 or 7. I don't know. I don't have the time change, so I'm gonna leave here, jump on Discord. Um, uh, I'm gonna get sentimental and sappy here for a second. I really appreciate you guys, the hardcore guys that really comment and like and thumbs up my videos and hype them. I know it's been tough here lately with me doing videos. Um, it this is a hobby that I enjoy doing, and it's not what I do for a living. Like what I do for a living is IT work, and trying to provide for my family. Um, Honestly, it's a hobby. So I get a truckload of criticism, and unfortunately, because of the way I'm built, I take all of that in and I internalize it, and I get a lot of stuff like you're terrible, and it's funny. There's a weird curve. And I'm going to say this now because I've had enough to drink. So there's a weird curve where it does like this from time to time. It's like people are like, we love you, and then it gets to a weird dip where it's like we hate you, and like I literally have people who say you should kill yourself because your videos are so terrible, and like I don't understand why people don't support other people to just be nice, right? I do that in my videos. Be kind, be nice. Why? What is it about people who feel like they need to pull someone down? I've got people who are quote unquote competitors, which I don't believe is a real thing. I mean, like we all are in the same space, especially whiskey space. And I do this for fun, but from time to time, like you'll get something and like somebody will hit like a point on you that's just like it just like nails you to the core. And they'll say a narcissist knows exactly what to do, right? I don't push anything on anybody. I just try to, I do hunt videos because they're fun, because I enjoy doing it. It's something I like doing, but it's weird. It's odd for me as a human being for people not to be supportive of another person, right? I mean, what are you doing? Like, what's the why do you hate on someone who's doing something that's just doing for fun? I'm not. There's a lot of people out there who are like hardcore. Give me money. Give me money. Give me money. Do this. I want this from you, or give me money. I've never. I put it out there, but I never begged for money. I never begged for samples. I never begged for bottles. People send me stuff, and I'm so surprised when someone said, and I'm not doing this. Let me preface this. I'm not asking this for people to send me stuff. When people send me stuff, Dave Bolstein is a good example. He has sent me stuff from day one, right? Fantastic human being, but I never sent Dave a message like, Dave, send me this or do this for me. But people who are just cruel to people who do these videos, or I mean, I do it for fun. I do it because I enjoy bourbon hunting, and I get a lot of grief for not buying bottles. And I was like, if I bought a bottle every time I went to a store, I'd be living out here in the shed without my wife. She'd be in the house, I'd be here, and then we'd be divorced. So I think my big thing right now is be kind to people in general. Like, why can you not be happy for somebody if somebody succeeds? Even and I'll put Bruzel. Like, the hate that Bruzel gets is ridiculous. Like, that is, because someone succeeds or does better than you, why you would hate somebody is something I cannot understand. Like he is, I have 1% of what he has, right? Like, we're not even, like, the fact that he knows who I am as a human being is ridiculous. Like he is like almost 1 million followers, and I have a cell phone number. I could text him right now, and he'd probably text me back. It's like, hey, what's going on? But the fact that people hate on him, or even Fred Minnick, or even some of the other guys that are out there that do well, why not be happy for somebody who's succeeding in our sphere, right? I tell people all the time, we're like Africa, right? People in South Africa and Egypt are both Africans, but they're not the same. I do hunt videos sometimes. I've not been able to do them in a while, but I do hunt videos. But what I do, and even what like the Bourbon Legends do, the Bourbon Legends do great things. That they're interviewing like distillery people. They're doing the. I couldn't do that. Like, I would be like an idiot trying to talk to somebody at Crittendens or somebody. And like the guy from Brutally Honest, he's like, he does it. We're all in the same continent, but we do different things. And if you don't support people who are doing sort of the same thing you do, I don't get it. I really struggle with, like, why can you not be happy with your quote unquote friends or people in the same sphere who are doing well? I'm happy. A little old fashioned. He and I are in the same area, right? Like, and all the time people are like, oh, I'll get these little messages like, well, he went to your store, blah, 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 blah. I was like, great, good for him. Good. He's doing better than I am. Like, he does something. We do sort of the same thing, but we're in the same area. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for other people's success. So my thing right now is, like, be happy for people who are succeeding. What is the reason for not being happy for people who are doing quote unquote better than you? They're not doing better. They're just doing different than you are. And Whiskey Tube is way down. Like, Whiskey Tube is like in the turlet, as it like to say, because because whiskey is down. Like, everyone has seen the announcement that they've said there, that they're like distilleries sitting on a lake of whiskey. It's because whiskey is down, and I think a lot of it is because people are either, I hate to say jealous, but like, just be happy that your friends, and when I say friends, I mean like people who are doing the same whiskey. That what I do, and Brutally Honest, and like a little old fashioned, even Baker Drinks, whiskey, Whiskey Wisdom. We all do the sort of the same thing, but we're all different enough where you can be a fan of people and be happy when they do well. Like, push your friends up. Like why is there not a reason why you can't be happy for people who are succeeding? And I just don't understand it. I get, like, Bourbon Hunter, these guys that are doing things that are slightly, they're doing the same thing, but they're in a different area. I'm happy when people who do something that's slightly different do better. Like, I will never understand that mentality of not why somebody who is even a casual friend, you're not happy for them to do better. And I think that is, to me, that is one of the problems with Whiskey Tube right now, is that people aren't happy for people who succeed, who are not doing the exact same. Even if they're doing the exact same thing that you're doing, they're not doing better, right? So be happy for somebody who's succeeding. And Sun Tzu said, be happy when your enemies succeed. And I'm probably misquoting that, but they're not my enemies. They're doing the same thing. when Whiskey Tube does better, we all do better. Like when the water floats, we all rises, and when the water sinks, we all drown. Like I said, that's not necessarily the right quote, but I really I don't understand why people aren't happy when other people are successful. You know, if somebody started a channel tomorrow and they got 1 million followers within a month, so I'm happy for them. Let's do that. So be happy for people who are succeeding. There's no reason not to be happy for other people. And I'm in a lull, but everybody who's doing Whiskey Tube is in a lull right now. So that's kind of what until we all gravitate to tequila, which is the next thing. I hate to tell everybody. So yeah, be a hero. If you be a hero, be a hero. So if you don't like me, there's other people out there. I mean, I get it. I mean, this look here, I have the face for radio. My own mother told me I have a face for radio. She's like, I mean, voice. I get what she said. So, but there's enough out there right now that I just want, if you have somebody that you're liking, not happening. Yeah, I got bad news. Tequila's coming. Tequila's going to be the next thing where everybody hangs out, unfortunately. But when this is the golden age for bourbon, it really is. You have the time now. You can get most of the bourbon, except for some of the crazy VTAC. This is like one of the best times for bourbon, I think, ever. Like you have everything from Detling to Crittenids to you have they have some in they have like San Diego. You have all these little mini craft distilleries. So I don't like you. I can't. How you telling? Seth doesn't like me. Oh yeah, okay. I get it. Seth, you hurt me right in the heart, Seth. Really. So, all right, fellas. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna go jump over to Discord. I'll be in the main chat, and you guys can roast me for being sentimental. Honestly, please like, comment, and subscribe to anybody you like on YouTube. You hit that like button, you hit that comment button, and if you can hype the video, it really helps those guys out. So not just me, but anybody. You can. I didn't fall asleep last night. That video was like that picture that was put up. I blinked and it got me. I was not tired. So and plus it's cold out here. So like my hands are like numb. Like I don't know how long I'm going to be out here. My hands are freezing. Bluegrass. So, but honestly, if you're subscribed to somebody, you like Bruzel, you like Bourbon Hunter, you like a little old fashioned, you like Whiskey Wisdom, you like Baker Drinks. All those guys are fantastic. Doc Martinez. All those guys like their comments. You can put a comment in there that says "great," and it helps their videos. It really does help those guys. And then so anyway, that's me getting off my. Is it Apple Box or I don't know what it is. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. It was a great time. You guys that gave money to help me get my air, I really appreciate it. I'm going to leave here. Fuzzy just put it up on there. He's going to put it on there as the Discord will be on there on the live chat, and you guys can make fun of me and roast me, and that's generally what happens. I'm actually, when you see me next, because it's cold out here. It is. We're at 16 degrees, and we're trying to get some heat out here. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. Honestly, if you could be a hero, be a hero. You never know what small thing. Because I feel like I'm a Jedi, and it's like I'm on a Camino. Honestly, if you can help somebody, do something fun. You do a small thing for somebody, and you never know what that small thing is going to help for somebody. Honestly, I mean, I when the Titanic was heading toward the iceberg, when you're right up against the iceberg, it's hard to make a big turn. But if you knew long in advance to make a small turn, it really does what it does. So help your friends out, be cool, be nice, and love you guys. And thank you for hanging out. And you guys that have sent me money, ridiculous. I love it. Thank you. And may the force be with you. Slàinte.